Welcome back to Fiat Your Car Update, and today we're diving into something that has quietly shaped the off-road world, a machine that many people underestimated but true enthusiasts never forgot, the 1992 USA spec Mitsubishi Pajero. Now, this isn't just another SUV from the early 90s. It's a story of engineering ambition, rugged endurance, and a design philosophy that Mitsubishi used to prove they could stand shoulder to shoulder with the giants of that era. And the deeper you go, the more you discover hidden details that make this model far more interesting than most people realize. The 1992 Pajero arrived in the US during a time when the SUV scene was beginning to heat up. Ford had its Explorer, Toyota had the 4Runner, Jeep had the Cherokee, and Mitsubishi. They wanted a piece of the action with something that was both comfortable and seriously capable. What most people didn't know was that by the early 90s, Mitsubishi had already built a global reputation through the Dakar Rally, and the Pajero DNA carried that racing spirit into every nut and bolt. Even without saying it out loud, Mitsubishi engineered this SUV with the idea that it could survive almost anything. When you step into the story of this vehicle, you also step into the hidden innovations that weren't advertised loudly. For example, the 1992 Pajero featured the Super Select 4WD system, something that many drivers at the time didn't fully understand. While competitors offered basic part-time systems, Mitsubishi gave Pajero owners the ability to switch between 2H, 4H, and 4HLC on the move at speeds up to around 100 km per hour. That was groundbreaking. It meant you could adapt instantly to road conditions without slowing down or stopping. Most people who drove it casually never realized they were sitting on technology that was years ahead of its time. Then there's the engine. Depending on the trim and market specifics, the USA adapted Pajero often came with a robust V6 that provided a balance of torque, reliability, and smooth power delivery. But the real secret wasn't the horsepower, it was how Mitsubishi tuned the engine and drivetrain to work flawlessly with the suspension geometry. The torsion bar front and multi-link rear suspension made it surprisingly stable on rough terrain. Some owners discovered only after years of driving that the Pajero had a quiet talent for crawling, climbing, and surviving roads that would send many other SUVs back home on a tow truck. And speaking of roads, the interior experience deserves its own quiet spotlight. The Pajero didn't try to be luxurious in an obvious way, but it was cleverly designed for long journeys. Mitsubishi gave it wide seats, big windows, strong visibility, and a surprisingly smooth ride for a body-on-frame SUV. It was the kind of vehicle that felt equally natural on a mountain road, a desert trail, or a long city commute. Many owners say the real magic was that it never felt like it was pretending to be an off-roader, it simply was one, all the time, even when you weren't thinking about it. Now let's go deeper into the hidden layer of what made the 1992 Pajero quietly iconic. One of its biggest secrets was durability. Mitsubishi engineers used thicker metal in key locations of the chassis, reinforced suspension mounting points, and designed the body to endure decades of vibration and punishment. That's why so many Pajeros around the world are still running today. What seemed normal in 1992 later became proof that Mitsubishi built this SUV with long-term survival in mind. Another secret element was its off-road angles. Mitsubishi didn't promote it heavily, but the 1992 Pajero had excellent approach, ramp, and departure angles for